And we're off, fellas. Welcome to another episode of I Quit My Band. We're back, as always, every single goddamn week, giving you the best of the best, the worst of the worst.
18 of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, we're on episode 18.
18.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Except for that last one.
Well, yeah, we had a little hitch up last week. So if you noticed that we didn't have an episode last week, it was because it was immediately taken down as soon as I uploaded the video.
Tight.
And that happens usually sometimes because we play music on the podcast. A lot of it gets blocked in other countries, but it was everywhere, not just in other countries. And we knew that was happening because we were talking about the two biggest cash hounds of all time, Jack White and the Black Keys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they struck us down. Had to go to Patreon immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where episode, 17?
That's where episode 17 is.
Yeah.
So far we have one confirmed person that would have listened to it.
Yeah.
And something tells me that person would not have enjoyed
No.
that podcast.
No.
But
We were like,
we
I was like,
appreciate
oh,
you.
hell yeah. We got our first patron. And then it was like the biggest Jack White fan. Some random woman who didn't even follow us on anything. And like, yeah, that's going to be our first taste of the podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, go there and watch that episode if you want. Now we have 2 patrons now. So
Oh, we do?
That's
yeah, we
tight.
got 2.
Hell yeah.
Is the other one my girlfriend?
Yes.
So our next patron goal
I
is
didn't wanna-
3.
And we need one of them to be not someone that we're dating.
Although I would imagine our main audience skews pretty male, and our
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Patreon
dude.
is exclusively
Females.
females.
That is crazy.
Uh-huh. That's
Oh,
fine.
it's so male. I have like the little like metrics thing, and it's like audience like 98% male, like 2%. Not even just other. Like they can't even like identify where that's coming from.
That's so sick.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to do a themed episode this week.
Nope.
We're just going to give you another rundown of best tracks we've heard this week, funniest tracks we've heard this week, tracks we just want to talk about. As always, let's just get into it. What do you say? Let's just do it. Yeah. All right. First up, we got Evan.
This is Girls by The Dare.
Dude, immediately.
Yeah.
I'm
Just-
dancing. Yeah, I listened to the song like 80 times when you first put it on the playlist. I was
It's
like,
only
this is
2
the
minutes
greatest
long.
thing I've ever. I know,
Loop
that's why.
it. Yeah.
I saw it on Pitchfork. I saw the album cover, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
And then I think they gave it like a 5.6, but I listened to it anyway. And this is the first song on the EP.
Yeah.
And like I listened to it, and I was like, oh, all right. And then I couldn't stop listening to it
It's
because
just
it
so
rules.
good. Dude, it's just like such a throwback to the indie sleaze New York days, like LCD sound system, like that whole scene. Like it's just so the Rapture kind of too,
Yeah.
just without guitars. It
and
just
with,
makes me
like,
so happy.
They weren't part of the New York scene, but just the subject matter also reminds me like Peaches.
Oh
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
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 Yeah, it's unbelievable. They got in a lot of trouble for that album cover. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I could see why.
Well, people were accusing them of having
Underage kid.
children.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely not children.
They're not children,
Yeah.
but it does leave a bit to the imagination.
I don't know.
Nirvana did it, dude. We can.
I
too.
mean, that was the aesthetic of that time period.
For sure.
To just have, like, sex on your cover.
I mean, I think that there's part of me that thinks that all of that was planned, obviously.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the guy is a former substitute teacher,
Yeah.
quit his job, and
So
then like quit his job to release 4 songs about like, I love sex, dude. Sex
Sex
rules.
is so good.
I quit teaching social studies 2 days a week to
Yeah.
talk about sex.
Have you ever seen a girl?
And
She's so hot.
So sick.
I was surprised that it didn't create like more controversy. It seemed like just like
Oh.
purely set up to be, you know, like someone on Fox News to be like, they're grooming our children. It's clear as day. They're not even trying to hide it. You know, former
Look out for your
substitute
kids.
teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a substitute teacher.
These are who are
Okay.
teaching your children.
What is going on?
Listen to these lyrics. They say I'm too fucking horny. want to put me in a cage, I'd probably fuck a hole in the wall.
I'd probably fuck a hole in the
in the
wall.
wall.
I've never fucked anything in my life.
This is
Let
what
alone a wall.
Let alone a hole in the wall. I've never fucked a woman.
this is what our children are
I'm in a
listening to.
loveless marriage, as Christ asked us to.
That's how you should be. That's how everyone should be. But yeah, no, I'm actually surprised at the controversy of the album cover. Like when I first saw it, and I saw the headline, like, "Oh, there's kids on this album cover." My first reaction was, "Those aren't kids."
Yeah.
I just didn't think. I was like, "There's no
Wait,
way those are
what?
kids."
They very
I
clearly
get it.
aren't.
Yeah, like there's just no way anyone would like be as bold if they were,
To commit a
predator.
crime and then put it on their album
If
cover.
they were a predator, I mean that is crazy to do.
Yeah, those aren't kids, dude.
Yeah,
Those
it's clearly like
are,
models.
they dressed
or
them up
something.
like kids.
Yeah,
yeah, they're all
yeah.
dressed like Abercrombie.
Yeah, they're just like it's like
One's wearing Uggs.
yeah. I mean, there's
Whatever.
that. But yeah, it was just funny. I saw it on his Instagram. Like he posted that he's like the EP is gonna come out, and just every single
Oh,
comment.
yeah?
Whoa.
Not one like this is sick. Nothing. It's just like you're fucking grooming our kid. Like it's just every one after the other.
Well, I think that seems pretty intentional at this point.
Yeah.
And, good for him.
I didn't know the album is called The Sex.
The sex.
That's
Oh, I didn't
so
know it was
cool.
Yeah, it's called
Sex.
the sex.
I tried
EP.
listening to the whole thing. The charm wears off about halfway through song 2, but that opening track is
It's
pretty
great.
sick.
I liked the other songs, but yeah, they just don't hit as hard. One of them's like a straight like house club song, or there's no lyrics or anything. But yeah, the other one called "Sex" is like very
Nice.
crudely just about sex.
It's like I wonder what he's going to explore on the next album.
You know,
Could it
call
be
quit-
sex?
Good call quitting the job though. 'Cause
Yeah,
when
I
I
know.
found
Yeah.
out this was my substitute teacher.
Yeah,
oh
I'd be
my
like,
God.
dude,
Ruthless.
this guy's got to go.
This dude likes having sex.
This guy's fucking awesome.
You know, I've as a musician, I've often struggled with memorizing lyrics, and I was kind of listening to this song, thinking, if I could just sing lyrics like this,
Mm-hmm.
it would be so much easier to memorize them.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking about making a career change and
yeah,
just,
just
Oh,
do
please
sex
do.
music.
changing
Yeah.
all of my
Can't
songs
wait,
to
can't wait to review that album on the
Yeah.
podcast.
JJ's sex album.
the next Melt record. I'm just gonna sing about
Yeah.
like,
Episode
buttholes.
28, JJ's intervention.
Sorry, we encouraged you to do that
Yeah.
back 10 episodes ago.
Yeah,
You fucked up.
JJ's no longer a part
yeah.
of the podcast. Yeah,
He's now
yeah.
a substitute teacher.
yeah,
Yeah, I learned all those lyrics immediately after I heard this song.
yeah, for sure.
I like tall girls, small girls, girls with dicks, call girls. The girls with dicks line, awesome.
Girls with
dude.
dicks. That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
you want to move on? We've
do it.
been
Yeah.
talking about this for a while.
Yeah,
All right, here's one of my picks. This is a song called "State of Mind" by a band called Melted Bodies.
Mm-hmm.
A little loud there.
Damn, came in hot
Yeah,
there.
came in hot. Melted Bodies have been a band that they've been on my radar for some time since they put out their first record in 2020 called "Enjoy Yourself." They're a metal band at their core, I would say, a metal rock band. But yeah, I mean, they incorporate a lot of weirdness, a lot of like Mike Patton vocal deliveries
Big time.
and gross imagery and visuals and yeah, I mean he has such a weird vocal. He sounds like Weird Al.
Yeah, or like Pee Wee Herman or something.
Yeah. But yeah, they're a really interesting band. I thought this song wasn't one of my favorites of theirs. They're incorporating a lot of like industrial elements to this. It reminded me of like a Nine Inch Nails B-side or something like that with heavy guitars at the intro and the end. But I just think everyone should check them out because the last EP they put out, they're spreading out this album in a couple different EPs instead of just releasing an album, which I think is a smart move to kind of keep yourself in the news cycle. Like their last EP was 4 songs. This one I think is going to be 4 songs, and then they're going to release it as a full length.
That's cool.
Pixies did that, I think, when they came back.
Yeah, Nine Inch Nails did it as well a while back. But yeah, it's a cool. They're just a cool band. I mean, what did you guys think of this song?
I was a little disappointed just because I like Enjoy Yourself so much. I didn't listen to the previous EP that they did, but I loved how manic and
Yeah.
fucking weird that
Yeah.
album is, and like you said, like the Mike Patton type delivery,
Yeah. System
the-
of a Down.
big time.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I just miss that. I miss
Yeah.
like this song is super weird,
Mhm.
but to be like, it's not weird enough.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that
yeah.
shows you how weird
How
their-
weird the other shit
the
was.
other stuff is.
With
So-
having like more of a bass in like thrash rather than like experimental industrial. Like
Yeah.
they were mainly just guitars on that album. But yeah, go check out. If you haven't heard this band, like listen to 99 Cents
Love that
and
song.
Add People.
Add people
Um,
so good.
It's such a great like I don't know
And
discourse
like the social
on society.
comment, yeah, the social
Yeah.
commentary stuff I really liked,
Yeah.
and yeah, that stuff had more of like a personality
Yeah.
to it as well.
Yeah.
The
This-
riff in the song is cool.
The riff is cool. This song in specific kind of reminds me a bit of like some Chelsea Wolfe stuff.
Yeah, I
a
can
little
see that.
bit.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about like the synthy shit that goes on when like it's sparse,
Mhm.
but when it's hitting, I'm into it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not. It's definitely not my favorite thing I've heard by them. The album with like the cheeseburger raw meat face is way better.
That's
to
Enjoy
me.
Yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah, I would check out the
crazy.
last EP they put out. It might be like this song would probably be better in the full context of a record, but like the last thing they put out was full of like bangers. So,
Hell
yeah. Check that out. The EPs are both called The Inevitable Fork Volumes 1 and 2.
Nice.
So make sure to check that out. Melted Bodies are just a sick ass band.
Yeah.
You're gonna love them if you're into all those bands we mentioned, Mike Patton, Mr. Bungle, System of a Down, even like Coheed and Cambria, maybe a little
Weird
bit.
Al.
Yeah,
Weird
Al
Al.
for sure.
Chelsea
Pee Wee Herman.
Wolf.
Yeah. I'm more into Pee Wee's 80s stuff, but it's definitely good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it going. We got an JJ track here.
Yeah, dude.
You
This
wanna
is
say-
yeah, no, I just wanted to take in
You
the
wanna-
beginning
yeah,
for a
take
second.
beat here.
This is a song called Adderoll by Slipknot. It's I think the third or fourth, maybe second, I don't know, whatever, doesn't matter. It's a 6-song EP, 6-song EP, and it's 6 of the same song in different ways.
Really?
Yes, that's what I read, and I listened to all of them, and this is the shittiest one.
Yeah, maybe there's a better version.
I mean, it would lead me to believe it's like no intro.
Yeah.
Because the song is called Adderall, no intro.
intro.
Yeah, yeah.
How shitty was that intro? Where they were like, that's gotta go.
We gotta get rid of the
The
intro.
rest of it, I'm
The
fine.
intro's taking away
like-
from the natural beauty.
All of the songs on it are Adderall.
Yeah, like
I don't think that's true.
there's like multiple Adderalls on the EP.
There's multiple Adderalls, but I thought there was some different ones. Hold on a second.
These are all shitty to me. But
Death
this one,
March, Adderall no intro, Adderall rough demo, Red or Redder, Adderall instrumental. They put the instrumental on.
Yeah,
They're like, this song is so good
yeah.
that you're
People
gonna
are
want
gonna
to
wanna
just absorb
pick it apart. You
Yeah.
know, just every piece of it.
Yeah, I thought this was not good at all.
For a band like Slipknot, I wasn't sure what to expect in this era of their career. I was like, they could do the thing where they put out something that is like really rad, or they could just, and so who knows?
I don't think it's a terrible song. I think it's a very funny song.
It's
to
not
think
what I
about
expect.
Slipknot
Yeah.
performing.
Yeah.
Doing, yeah.
Like,
In their
like,
masks.
yeah, like a guy in a bloody pig mask,
Yeah.
like sitting on a piano groove.
Yeah.
Guy
Hitting
with,
the trash can when they're like, it doesn't need to be. Boom! And you're just like, no,
and there's like,
not this time.
there's like,
Yeah.
you have like
Yeah.
13-inch carpenter nails coming out of your fucking forehead. Yeah, I mean,
That guy quit the band this week.
yeah,
the
Craig
the
Jones,
nailhead
dude.
guy.
And then didn't they like
Yeah.
kick another guy out, or like they released like an Instagram post and
Yeah.
then took something down? Was that all Craig Jones?
It was the clown guy. I think the clown guy. He like said that he was gonna be like taking a break from their tour to like be with his family, and then
Probably because he had to perform this song so many times.
I don't know. Yeah, well maybe it's because he's the trash can guy.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
they
it's
didn't
I
need
got
it.
just
nothing
no
to
more
do.
trash can. That's basically what you're saying with this new direction. Just no more beer can. Okay. All right.
What the hell am I supposed to do? I built a career around this
I
trash
carry
can.
this trash can around.
I gotta say, guys, I feel really left out of the creative process. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Fucked up to
more
do.
trash.
I built a pension off of this. Where's that money supposed to come from now?
I got a whole new baseball bat that's supposed to sound really good
Yeah.
against this trash can.
Yeah.
This is an Eastern Red Line, okay? They don't even make them anymore.
You know how much that is?
This is pony
I
ball.
put this on a
You guys
tax
have
deduction.
your gear. I have mine. Respect that. All right.
This is a DeMarini -3 ounces. I can swing this thing like a motherfucker.
You're telling me I'm supposed to tell my trash
It's got-
can tech he doesn't
yeah.
have a job anymore?
It's got
Bullshit.
such torque on this thing. But yeah.
Come into the studio with like, I got some great new sounds. Boom, poo,
Yeah.
ding, blom. What do you think?
Yeah, he has like a
just
little
bring-
like clown horn.
He's like comes back after that big argument a few days later. He's like, I'm sorry. Can I try something different? And he brings in a slide whistle. He's like, how's this?
Here's something that's gonna really change.
You're fired.
I think it'll be great for the Adderall EP.
Yeah, we'll put that in the intro.
Yeah. Adderall slide whistle version.
It's just slide whistle and beer can.
Adderall
like,
kazoo
It's
version.
like Taylor's version of that song, except it's clown's side of the story.
God damn it.
Fucking damn it.
Adderall
Yeah.
clown horn version.
Yeah, clown's version, 10-minute version, clown's version. But yeah, so he took a break from tour, and then Craig Jones, the nailhead guy, like they said, he was leaving the band.
He does like the scratch.
He does
right?
like he does a sampling.
Sampling,
I think
okay.
there's another guy that does the
Okay.
scratches.
All right.
So he left the band, and then they said that then they took that post down, but then like announced another member like right after that.
Oh.
So who knows what's going on with that? I saw a bunch of people like on Twitter being like, I'm witnessing my favorite band fall apart,
Oh, God.
member by member, and I was like, there's 9 of them. So like, the more guys you have, the more that you're gonna see. I mean, if you have a power trio,
Yeah.
you're not gonna be. That's the less guys. You
Yeah.
got 9 of them. You're
Yeah.
bound to,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can get down to a lean 5 and still have a lot of people on
Yeah,
stage.
exactly.
There's only, but for them, there's only so many inanimate objects you can lodge in someone's head
Yeah.
for them
Yeah.
to kind of do.
Yeah.
Like staples,
Yeah.
bullets.
And 2 of the members
nails.
passed away.
Yeah.
Like Joey Jordison and Paul Gray passed away. So like, there's that, and then like, I don't think that many other ones like quit. I don't think. I think the big nose guy quit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his name
oh,
was Dick
yeah,
phallic,
Nose. Yeah.
phallic
Yeah.
nose
I
guy.
think his
Sid?
nickname was that wasn't. It was Sid's the turntable.
Is he
guy.
called?
Yeah.
Is he
broke
called
his
Dick?
leg at one point.
Oh,
When I saw them, he had like a cast
Yeah.
on his leg.
Was he
couldn't
on
do
the
all
Grohl
crazy shit.
throne, dude?
No.
The funny thing about Sid, his name's Sid Wilson. I'm pretty sure. They have like they had like new masks for their one album, and like everyone had like an even scarier mask, and then Sid Wilson always had like a gas mask type of thing, but he just came out with his new mask, and it's just like an old man's face. So like all their press photos are just like everyone's looking scary, and then you just have like an old man there.
And
It's
their
like-
agent.
It doesn't even look like
just thinking of-
anything scary.
I'm just thinking of the "I think you should leave."
Yeah, it
bit. He's
kinda
like,
looks
I got too
like
much
that.
fucking shit
It
on me.
honestly looks like that guy from I Think You Should Leave.
So cool.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, I didn't like this song.
No,
I
it's
thought
not
the
good.
melody was boring.
It's bad.
And I just thought the instrumental was boring. But I thought maybe Slipknot put it out just to like give their fans something to chew on while they
Nope.
went through a bunch
They
of
did
shit.
it a bunch
maybe.
of times.
Yeah. The clown is back. I read
Clown.
today.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
back.
good.
Yeah.
The it reminded me of like Eminence Front by like The Who. And I
That
was
song
like,
rocked.
that song does rock, and I was like, that's a weird direction for them to go.
Yeah,
but
we're entering our Eminence Front era.
That's my dad's favorite Who song.
It
it's
is a good
definitely
song.
like an older guy.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
because my dad loves it too.
Yeah.
I think it's like late era. You've listened to all the other shit, and then you find like this later one. You're like, they still
That
had
fucking
it.
rule. No, my dad's like, Pinball Wizard sucks. Eminence Front.
What?
That's where it's
Rules.
at. Yeah, my dad hates like anything from the Who except for Eminence Front.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Got no more. Eminence Front. It's a put on.
It's a put on. Yeah,
He's just
that's
a
fine.
Pete guy, dude.
I guess so. Yeah. You guys want to move on?
I'm a Pete guy.
So that's Slipknot, Adderall,
Yeah.
no intro.
No intro.
Let's keep it going.
All right.
Here's an Evan pick.
This is Swing in a Dream by Squid. Squid is a band I really like. Their album from, I think it was 2021, Bright Green Field, was my favorite album of that year. I thought, like, of all the post-punk weirdo bands like Black Midi and bands of that ilk, I thought that they wrote the coolest songs, and their vocalist had kind of like the coolest thing going for him. It's like a very like anxiety-ridden, weird delivery. Like I love Narrator and GSK, and they kept releasing singles from this album that I kept not really enjoying and hoping that the album would be better, and I'm just not really feeling this album.
Yeah, same sentiments. I mean, we got into Squid at the same time. I loved Bright Green Field. One of my favorite albums of that year as well.
This new album is called Oh Monolith.
Oh Monolith.
Is it out or no?
Yeah, it just came out Friday.
But yeah, when these singles kept dropping, especially this was the first one, and like having this be the first single, I was like, oh damn, I'm not gonna like
I
this.
kind of like the jam that the song turns into at the end.
I think with
It's kind
more
of intense.
listens, like it kind of grows on you a little bit, but I don't even really like the guitar tones. I don't really like the muddy mix that it has. Yeah, I was just like listening to Oh Monolith when it came out, and I was like, there is no narrator on here.
No.
I'm like, there's no narrator. There's no GSK. There's not even a Boy Racers.
Yeah, I mean, there are moments on the album, like you said. I listened to it a couple times, and there's definitely moments that are like enjoyable, good. They're really good musicians, and it seems like more than anything, this album feels like them kind of spreading their wings and trying to find interesting things in jams and stuff like that. But the thing that made Narrator and GSK and those other songs so like sticky is there was such a propulsive nature to them, like, and this all kind of feels like meandering. Like I like Siphon Song a lot.
I like Undergrowth.
Undergrowth is a good one, but compared to the last record, I mean, Paddling is so good. Documentary filmmaker, Pamphlets.
They just had such a great formula. Like they just would like take a drum beat, like a regular fucking drum beat, and just do whatever they wanted over top of it and jam on it. And his voice was like reminded you of like the B-52s or something, and like a post-punk setting. And they're just like so unique. And I mean, this record I think makes them even more unique because like it doesn't sound like anyone else.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just
So-
I think they have to hone in like the songwriting and structures from Bright Green Field and mix
So-
it in with the experimentation here and make like a really sick third album.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, that this
Yeah.
is kind of like a in-between
Yeah.
of finding a new sound that they're going to be able to like refine more.
That
Yeah, I
answered
think
my
so, too.
question. They're a newer band, right? I'm
Yeah.
not very hip. So the Greenfield one was their first record. It seemed very highly acclaimed. You know,
Mm-hmm.
got great reviews. Curious to see the reviews of this one, I guess. 'cause-
Yeah, I am too.
I think Pitchfork gave it like a 7.2, but I feel like
really?
Pitchfork gives
They've been-
everything a
they've
7.2
been giving
now.
everything that they don't want to like cause controversy with like 7.2, 5, whatever
Like,
you
a
want.
7 in Pitchfork used to mean you made like a great record.
Yeah.
You know?
Now
Now
it's
it's
like
a
that's
fine
what
thing.
we give everything.
Yeah.
But Squid was like, even before Bright Green Field came out, that was their first record. Even before it came out, they had a couple EPs that were just as good as Bright Green Field, like Sludge. Like,
Oh,
you remember-
yeah.
like that was great.
Yeah, that
Didn't you
was
The
guys
really
see
Cleaner
them?
was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went up to
Are they European? Are they British or American?
I'm not sure.
I'm almost sure they're European.
Yeah, they're definitely from the UK or something.
I think UK.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was an awesome show. We saw them
that
at
was awesome.
Beachland. You know, they have like the two venues.
The Tavern, right?
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
saw them in that like tiny bar.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because Jeff Tate of Queensryche fame
Yeah.
had filled up the ballroom
Yeah.
to play
There was two shows
Operation
going on.
Mindcrime. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
when I saw that billing, I was like, "Is Squid opening up for Jeff Tate of Queensryche?"
And I
That
would have
can't
still.
be.
I liked Bright Greenfield enough that it'd be like, I'll go see
Yeah.
Jeff Tate.
Yeah, I'll-
Operation Mindcrime.
I'll sit through Jeff Tate if I have to.
Damn.
Yeah.
What an injustice in the world that happened.
I know, but
What the fuck?
that show was awesome. Though
It was
There
sick.
was like, I don't know, like it felt like 60 people
Yeah.
that showed up.
That's
and,
cool.
yeah, it was sick.
Intimately see a band that
Oh, yeah.
that popular at that point.
And you also saw just how good of musicians they were. Like the
Dude.
wedges weren't fucking working.
Oh,
yeah.
Like they had all these like technical issues because
Yeah.
they're used to like that tavern. I imagine bar bands play on that stage
Yeah.
mostly.
I played in that room.
Well,
You
there
did,
go.
yeah.
So there you go.
So they have like 7 members. And
Yeah.
with multiple keyboards,
Yeah.
drummer is the singer. He's up front.
The stage
Yeah.
is pretty much as big as these chairs. Yeah.
And guys are switching between like horns and guitar and
Yeah, he
stuff.
like put
Yeah.
down his guitar and like pick up a trumpet,
Yeah.
and, like just
Yeah.
like play like a little riff, and then put it down, put the guitar back on. It was crazy.
And they sounded amazing.
Yeah, they were really good.
Damn.
The most impressive guy in that band was like their auxiliary guy, like the guy that like doesn't have a defined role.
Yeah.
he was just like behind keyboards, has a trumpet, would pick up a guitar, pick up a bass. Like
Fuck.
he was everywhere that
That's
night,
so
and he's
cool.
the one that has like the most blank stare on his face all the time. He's just like he's
He
the
was like their
weirdest one.
utility infielder.
He probably
just
has to
getting
be
it all
so
done.
wired because he does
Yeah.
1,000 things.
And he
during
was
one
even the
song.
guy that was like fixing the wedges and stuff.
Nice.
He
Yeah.
was all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Squid. They're great. Even though this album is not my favorite, not Evan's fave.
Yeah.
But
Still respect.
still mad respect to Squid. Check him out if you haven't. Let's move on. Here's one of my picks. This is King Krule with the song Hamburgerphobia off of his new album. I don't even know what the new album's called. Space Heavy. King Krule was like one of my favorite guys for a while. Like when his first record came out, 6 Feet Beneath the Moon. There's a lot of great tracks off of that. And I can't remember the year that came out, but it was a while back. Maybe like 2012, 2013,
Yeah, that's what I'm
somewhere around there. He came out with a second record, The Ooze, which I didn't really like at all, except for maybe a few songs. But yeah, people went apeshit for him during that time. And I wasn't crazy about it. And then he put out his other one that came out like 2 years ago called Man Alive, which was decent. And then this one, I don't know what happened, but I saw like 0 coverage for this album. I had no
fucked
idea
up.
it was out.
Fired his
And,
publicist.
Like I'm just starting to see now, like published interviews and reviews, like but I wasn't aware of any singles. It's crazy how that works out. And I mean, I thought this song was neat, and I only really skimmed the rest of the record because I was like, kind of like, oh shit, a whole album is out now. But yeah, I appreciate his like approach to post punk and doing like experimental things. It doesn't always hit for me, but his like the way he presents a song I like too, like Hamburgerphobia.
Yeah.
It's like funny.
Yeah,
Um,
that is a good name.
But yeah, I just wish I was more informed on this, and I just feel like maybe no one was. I don't know.
Yeah, it's odd because I remember when The Ooze came out,
Yeah.
and I think Pitchfork gave it like a 9 or
Yeah,
something.
people fucking
Whoa.
loved it.
Yeah. and that was the first time I had ever heard of him.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, King Krule, that'll sound sick. And this just wasn't the type of like.
No, that's how he sounds. Yeah.
And yeah, it just wasn't the vibe I was into at the time, so I never really got into him.
Yeah.
But I remembered him being like indie darling, like
Yeah.
you know, he was like, you know, big font on festivals.
The male Phoebe Bridgers.
Kind of.
Indie
Kind of,
baby.
yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
But like, you know, the industry would like anytime he was doing something, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And when you put this on the playlist, I was like,
Yeah, I
haven't
no
heard anything
clue.
about this.
Yeah.
but I do like the track. I mean, it has
Yeah, I
like
think it's cool. I want to check out the whole record. I mean, I saw like a bunch of places. Maybe it just, honestly, like the reviews I saw of it, like all kind of said it wasn't great. So maybe like people just sent his press release to people, and they're just like, yeah, I'm not listening to
It
this.
is
I'm
like a
not
dense
covering
time
this.
to release music right now.
Yeah,
You know,
there's a lot of
shit
shit going on right now. But maybe people just weren't into it enough to even like touch it. Like I don't know. But yeah, I still think he's like worth listening to. Like, it's worth checking out.
even if the industry is abandoned our
I
boy,
know.
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
king,
no,
dude.
now we're Team King Krule. Never thought I would be. A couple years ago, I was like, it's not that good.
Yeah, it's crazy how that like the swings of like public perception
The
and
woes
attention,
of life.
where you can be like, oh come on,
Yeah.
he's not that good, and then like they fall to a certain level, you're like, he's actually pretty sick.
One of us.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just underdog lovers.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
for
big
some
time.
reason,
But
we appreciate when you get the most money.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Love the underdog
Yeah.
and the big guy.
Yeah, we have a bit of a schizophrenic approach.
We don't really
to
know what we
like.
like or who we appreciate. Of course, my father's calling me. I'm just
sick.
gonna, try to get rid of that. Okay, we'll cut that.
There it
But
is.
yeah, we don't really know what we appreciate on here anymore. We're just
No.
kind of like, music sucks, but it's great at the same time.
Crazy guys,
Mhm.
money, hungry guys, and the underdog.
Yeah.
And sheeple, and we forgot to add, which would have been the dare, that you've had some of these horniest guys.
Horny
The
guys.
horny guy, yeah,
Horny
yeah, yeah.
guys. Yeah.
That's a new category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
horny
The
guy.
unveiling of the horny guy character on this podcast.
Should make a nice
is,
slick
coming.
graphic in
Mhm.
bronze. Yeah.
But yeah, check out King Krule's new record. You probably didn't even know it was coming.
You're
it's
welcome.
called Space Heavy, and the song that we're highlighting on I Quit My Band. It's called Hamburgerphobia. We're
Yeah.
moving on. It's a JJ pick.
This. Whoa. This is a song called BDD by Blueface. And it's just a song that saw this song on like the list I look at for new stuff, and I was like, I listened to it. I'm like, man, this must be something kind of small. This guy has 4 million.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've
monthly
heard of
listeners.
this guy before.
Yeah.
You have? Okay, I'd
I
never
of
heard
him
of this
before.
guy before.
Never listened to him.
I'm naive, but like this kind of goes along the trend, straight and narrow, of like, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna make it sound like I don't give a shit. I'm gonna do the blah, 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 blah thing like I'm underwater. I hate it. It's horrible.
It sounds like I love
so
it
bad.
because it sounds like friends are like he's bashful and his friends are like, Blueface, come on, rap.
He's like,
I'm going ADD.
Yeah, he sounds like Shy Ronnie from SNL. Yeah.
ADD, baby.
Yeah, I thought it sounded like he was like in a hospital bed,
Yeah.
and someone just like, we need you to do the track.
He's like, no
Just
man, I'm
put the
tired.
mic up to his face. He's like,
And the vocals are mixed in a way where it sounds like you're driving an Uber and somebody's just whispering them to you in the
Yeah.
back of the ear from like behind the car headrest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you sit the fuck back there?
Yeah.
Can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to focus.
What I like too is that like this was clearly designed for people with enhanced bass in their car for it to go.
Dude, I was rolling with it on my way to work
Yeah.
this morning. I was like, just trying to sing along.
Tell you
I
what,
like-
the stock system on the Forte got the fucking bass knocking pretty nice. I'll tell you that.
I like the idea though of like I was thinking about like what if other songs were delivered in this manner. So it would be like, like you take the legendary Guns N' Roses and it'd be like, "Ooh, sweet child of mine."
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Well, it's almost there now
it
with,
is almost
with Axl
there.
Rose
With
now.
Axl, yeah, Axl's on it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like Jodie Foster that
Gotta
sucked
bleep, bleep,
helium is now fronting Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
She's got a smile that seems to be
Dr. Lecter.
Why were you eating your friends?
Oh yeah, there you go. Little Jodie Foster action.
Yeah, this song was funny. I mean,
It's funny. It sucks.
he
I
sounds
thought
like
that Blueface isn't one of the guys from 21 Pilots, same Nothing Face or something Face.
that was the name
Blurry
of their
Face.
album that
Blurry
came out.
Face.
Blurry
That's
Face.
it. I thought it was one of the guys.
Yeah. I forgot about
Yeah.
21 Pilots. I wonder what happened to them.
They made a really shitty album.
They should do it again so we can talk about it.
Yeah, I'd love to cover 21 Pilots.
Yeah.
I'd love to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Come on, guys.
I'll have to
Yeah.
get him down here.
So your song BDD,
It's just
What
like,
does BDD
what is that?
what the fuck are you talking
What
about?
were you thinking when you made this?
Did you just wake up?
Yeah.
Can you have a cup of coffee?
Yeah, I like how he like almost does like a baby voice in the song.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. It's just so funny that
What's
you can
the-
make music like this, and people are like, hell yeah. It's
this
like,
guy's-
dude, this guy
imagine-
sounds half dead.
That plays on half of the pre-games in Southside. I guarantee you. It's just like, oh, put on BDD.
Yeah, it sounds like there's Novocaine
Let's
just
get
being
lit.
pumped into his fucking system, and he's just like, oh.
My lips don't work
Yeah.
anymore.
People are like, this shit goes hard. He's on one.
Boom.
He sounds ice cold.
Hear that shit? Bars.
My man
Yeah.
is sleeping.
He's fucking out, like fucking unconscious. Fucking goes
Not
hard.
kidding.
dude.
He's asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
that's-
move on.
That song sucks.
Okay, so we have another Evan pick here with Vulgar.
Yeah, this is Vulgar by Sam Smith featuring Madonna. Yeah, I included it just because the repackaging of Sam Smith is very odd to me.
It's been very funny to
Yeah,
watch it.
it has been.
Yeah.
You rip off Tom Petty,
Yes.
and then
You get sued, and then you rip off Little Nas X.
Yeah. Yeah. And you just keep getting like
And you get
hornier
hornier.
and weirder and like grosser.
Yeah.
Like all the songs that they're putting out are just so gross, and it's just like the presentation of them is like, it's just
so
getting
in
to me
your
too much.
face.
Sam Smith is like an unbelievable singer. You know,
Yeah,
there's
great
like some,
singer.
Yeah, they
some
got some
notes they
pipes.
can hit that are like crazy. That
But like when they're doing adult contemporary, like
like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
James
Easy
Bond
listening.
song.
Yeah,
yeah
Adele level shit.
Yeah, yeah,
stay with me. It's the same person.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's a classic move to take a pop star. Maybe they're stagnating.
Yeah.
You know, we need to edge them up a bit.
Horn them up.
Yeah.
So here's the deal: you're as horny as possible.
All the
That's
time, all your songs are horny.
Yeah.
the only thing you can think about
Yeah.
is horniness.
We're
You
gonna wear-
can't control your
Yeah.
horny.
We got a
level.
band called The Dare that you should model yourselves after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
I-
listen to their songs.
And I also like the move of, I imagine the A&R person who is putting together this redesign. They just have like this ancient conch shell that they blow
Yeah.
into, and then Madonna comes
Madonna-
up like, ah! Did someone
Madonna who's
say
like-
horny? You know. I mean, because Christina Aguilera, Britney
Yeah.
Spears,
Yeah.
when they needed it,
Yeah.
she was there. 64
I
years
know.
old.
She's looking
She-
rough.
insane.
Yeah, I
She's
mean,
looking
why?
fucking
She
insane.
looks so bloated. It's so weird.
Yeah,
to see her
she's
now.
pumped full of a
Um,
lot of like
Yeah.
silicone and stuff.
I love the type of pop song too that just like takes a word that means like something, horny or dirty, and they're just like, we're gonna make a whole song around that just to make it seem like we learned that word and we know what it means.
I have a Webster's dictionary right here.
They
And
brought it to the
vulgar,
studio.
What words can we design a song after? Vulgar.
Yeah.
It's just like doesn't even sound like.
it just
catchy.
doesn't sound sexy.
Yeah,
No.
I thought he was saying vulva at first.
This is my next song called Penis.
God, that got me good.
and I love the attitude too of like, say our fucking names.
Dude, what
Yeah.
got me the most in this song was the Madonna fourth wall break.
Yeah,
she's
she-
like,
yeah, she
I am
does it.
Madonna, and like
Yeah.
that kind of shit. It's like, are we worshiping Madonna
Yeah.
now?
Her performance in this is not good either.
It's
Sounds
like
so
a, it's like
robotic.
a,
Yeah, but I would say that her voice sounds better than I would imagine a 64.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
not like exciting. you
Yeah,
know?
but it also feels like it feels like Madonna should mean more to the culture, and she doesn't. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
yeah, I mean, it is kind of wild that
Gaga kind of took that from her.
Yeah,
she
Lady
kind of got
Gaga-
like market corrected.
yeah, Lady Gaga kind of took everything about Madonna and like made it her own, but like Madonna was just so like, I don't know. They really just made her small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the midst of all that, no one gives the appreciation to Madonna for like inspiring Lady Gaga.
No,
No
not
one
at
does
all.
And
that.
Gaga straight ripped her off in a
Yeah,
lot
in a lot of ways.
Oh,
Yeah.
In a
And-
lot of ways.
I'm gonna give Madonna her flowers. She got some bangers.
Oh yeah,
who,
dude.
Who? Madonna?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
The one that soundtracked Austin Powers 3 or whatever.
Was she in Austin Powers 3?
No, I think
Beyonce
she was just
was.
in the music video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful stranger.
Oh, yeah.
That
Oh,
song
yeah.
is so good.
We should do
That's
a
a banger.
a movie
That's
what
Sam
soundtrack
Smith
episode.
should do.
Yeah.
I would
cover
love to
that.
do it. Yeah, he should
Yeah.
soundtrack like the next like
But I wish
buddy comedy.
I wish they had like a little more imagination when they did these remarkets.
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
once be like Daredevil. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So instead of the horniest guy, we're gonna like put you on a motorcycle, you're gonna jump the Grand Canyon, we're gonna put you in an Evil Knievel
That'd be
outfit.
so sick.
Yeah.
Or if you just want to edge him up, maybe start with an eye patch or leather jacket before
Before you go to like thong onesie that like rides all the way to the shoulders.
Have you
know?
seen the Sam Smith rubber balloon suit that
Yeah.
they wore on that red carpet? It's
Yeah,
like
they look
can't walk
insane.
in that
Yeah.
thing.
It's
What are
like
you
a
doing?
SpongeBob
He looked,
level like
they
comedic
looked
visual.
inflated. like is there an air pump attached to your?
They just keep honestly. Sam Smith just keeps missing and missing. Like if you
honestly,
just like, I mean,
honestly,
Unholy is like one of the
wait.
biggest
Can I
songs.
say it? I like Unholy.
I know you
I
like.
like
Unholy.
that
Yeah.
song.
that you would absolutely
Yeah.
like.
I
I
think
know.
that song is fun.
and
I-
give this 3 more weeks and you'll like this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
for
probably
sure.
will like this song.
I got strong. I don't know. I'm gonna dig one out of the Internet Archives. I know you guys will know it. The classic Shoes. Oh my God,
Yeah,
Shoes.
I remember
I'm getting
Shoes.
strong Shoes vibes from Vulgar.
Except hornier.
Hornier,
Yeah.
hornier
Yeah,
shoes.
horny
Horny,
shoes.
horny shoes. Yeah.
That's what this episode's called.
Horny shoes. That's
Yeah.
a good name for the episode.
That's what the A&R guy gives him. They're like magical shoes that just
Sam?
make
Yeah.
you horny.
Here's
Wear
some
these
horny shoes.
shoes.
Whenever
We
I
gave him the
put
Miley
on,
Cyrus in 2013, and look where that got her.
whenever I put on my horny
Yeah.
shoes.
That's another one.
It's like the pick of destiny.
yeah, exactly.
the
Like,
horny
what do
shoes.
these guys have that we don't have?
Horny
the horny shoes. Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, I misspoke. Sam Smith keeps missing after Unholy. Unholy
Okay.
was a big song.
I
That
mean,
was a win,
oh
yeah.
yeah,
that was a
yeah,
huge win.
Yeah, huge.
And then he
dub.
I
dressed
don't know
like
what I was thinking.
Spirit Halloween Devil
Yeah.
Yeah.
at the Grammys or
Yeah,
whatever
with
to
the
sing it.
horns on the hat.
Kim
Everyone's
Petras
like-
came out of
yeah.
their
Tucker Carlson again
dress
had to,
thing.
had to step in and give his commentary on it.
It's
Yeah.
like once Little Oz next, Little Nas X.
Little Oz next.
Sharon!
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Little
Once
Oz next.
Little Nas X, Blue Satan.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
It was
Yeah,
over.
where do you go?
Where
Yeah,
do
it was
you
over.
go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lil
he
Lil
really-
Nas did it first.
You know where you go? Evil Knievel.
Yeah.
You jump the Snake River
Yeah.
Gorge.
Yeah, he really put the nail in that coffin.
Yeah, he
dude.
did.
Yeah.
They did.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I was gonna say a joke. Tucker Carlson just being like, Sam Smith is not hotter than the green M&M. That's all. That's what I
Hey,
had.
man,
That's what I had. I
That's
missed
pretty
it, and I yeah.
I'm just
No,
gonna
it's
let
alright.
that sit like the perfect gem
That's nice.
that it is.
yeah.
could
we'll
make
just
that
clip
a
that out, and
4-second
that's the
clip.
only thing that goes out for this week.
That's a
Since
clip.
since our clips are doing so well,
So good.
we might as well try some.
Try a
different things.
4-second one.
All right, let's
Yeah.
move on.
All right.
Here's a pick of mine. This is a new Code Orange song called "Grooming My Replacement." Fucking heavy, dude. Had to throw it on there. New Code Orange, Pittsburgh crew.
Yeah.
I think they're Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, local
Yeah.
ledge.
Local
Pittsburgh
legends.
having a moment.
Yeah, local legends, Code Orange, putting out new music. I really like this song. Code Orange kind of like, I like them a lot when like I Am King and Forever were out.
Forever rules.
Forever's great. Saw them during that time too. It was great. I wasn't a huge fan of Underneath.
Is that the real like glitchy one?
Yeah, I thought it was just like glitchy to a point where it was like inaccessible, and I was just like, this is like cool and creative, and the production's neat, but I can't listen to it and be like headbanging. It's always like some stop and start. But like people love that, you know. It's creative, it's
Yeah.
different. But yeah, it was just good to hear a song where they're not doing that, you know.
Yeah, and we have Slipknot on the playlist and this is the most Slipknot song
Yeah.
possible. Like
Yeah.
they've leaned pretty heavy into nu metal.
Yeah.
They've
I was
always
just gonna say that. This
they've
is
always
very
had that
nu-metal-y.
element. Like
Yeah.
Forever even had nu metal elements. It was
Yeah.
more hardcore.
Yeah, they kind of lean into being cringy, which I kind of like. I kind of like it. It's like very, I don't know, like campy, I guess.
Yeah, I mean they're not afraid to have a song for a WWE
Yeah,
wrestler.
yeah. They
No.
Which
they
is sick.
strive for that.
Yeah.
And they'll show up like dressed in like a bondage outfit.
Yeah.
And you're like, look at us.
Yeah, we're tough.
And like, I think they had like that acoustic record came out, and the cover for it was like a bunch of candles. Like it looked like Nirvana's Unplugged. Like,
yeah.
I just think like leaning into that is a good move because
Know what you
it's-
are.
Yeah, exactly.
know?
They know exactly what they are. But they have like they're obviously a very creative band that can go like they sort of redefined hardcore and metal in the past couple of years, and like what it can be. But yeah, it was good to hear it just kind of back to basics on this one, I guess.
Super heavy.
Yeah,
It
very
is
heavy.
very heavy.
And yeah, they're one of the first people that I remember kind of embracing nu metal, and now it seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, they kind of did start a little bit of a revolution.
Right here in the prairie.
I know, dude. It's the cradle of civilization.
It
Hell
is,
yeah. We're the
yeah.
first to put
Yeah.
French fries on a sandwich
Yep.
and bring back nu metal in the late 2010s.
Something
It's
about
the trashiest way.
those three rivers converging.
I know.
In a
It's
lot of
magic
ways,
happened.
it's still 1999 here in Pittsburgh.
We just
Come down here,
we just combined beer
Yeah.
and iced tea.
Mhm.
Try it.
and
It
it's
sucks.
not good, but people still drink it because they just like to represent
The
their
can
city.
looks cool.
The can does look cool.
looks
I
really cool.
kind of like it just because of the can.
There's an auto body shop by where I work, and sitting in this, sitting
Oh,
in their
shit.
lot
That was not the song.
Fuck.
is
Blew
a
up my spot, dude.
Yeah, sorry.
is like some 70s like Chevy or something,
Yeah.
and it's completely painted like orange Turner's tea.
Oh,
Oh,
that rules.
I think about every day going
That
in there and
rules.
just
That's
making
tight.
an offer.
The iced tea.
I'll give you $900 for that. Get
Done.
the fuck out.
He's just like done. Goddamn, boy.
Goddamn, what?
That's a whole lot of money to spend.
I seen you driving by. I seen you been eyeing it up all week. That $900 is burning a hole in your pocket, ain't it? Huh? I just walked back into like Decatur, Georgia. Woo, boy.
$900 burning a hole in your pocket, ain't it?
some
Dude, that's so fucking funny. Dude, I did that. There was a car parked on McNeely, like right by my house, and it was like just an old, like beaten up sports car, and it was like painted orange.
Nice.
And yeah, it was probably from like the '70s or something, but it wasn't like that nice. But the Pittsburgher in me,
Yeah.
you know, I drove up to it. I got out of my car and I called the number, and I was like, "How much?" Even though I just don't have the money for it, I was just like, I just need to find out.
You're like the least car guy of all time,
I know.
too.
Just something in me would just like go find out how much. You have to.
That's
Yeah.
your dad in you.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
my dad
coming
did
out.
do that once.
Yeah,
And
and
you're
you're
like,
like, check
he's
out
like,
the car.
12
Nate."
grand. You're like,
Done.
but the back windshield's blown out. He's like, no, it's not. You just hear on the phone you smashing it in with a brick. Well, it
Yeah.
is now.
It is now.
Bitch.
All right, fine. $500.
$900.
Let's move on. All right, here's a JJ pick.
So this is Amen by Bring the Horizon, featuring Lil Uzi Vert and Daryl Palumbo from Glassjaw.
It's my new favorite. My new favorite kind of genre is
Bizarre
the metalcore
collabs.
song that does way too many things
Yeah,
at once.
it's another one of
Yeah.
them. And you know what? I'm gonna say it again. I like this song. It's crazy. I might like it more than Code Orange. Crazy take.
I didn't like this one really. This one
I
struck
like the
me
production
as,
a little bit better.
as whatever the Ronnie Radke song did. Kind of. I just didn't enjoy this that much. It was too much for me.
The chorus sounds very much like 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it
Like
does.
big time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the heaviest song, Jared Leto.
Yeah.
Like Jared Leto should have listened to this one back in the
Yeah,
booth.
yeah,
Yeah.
he should have.
Try to
What
get
was the
that
song
Kill
called that
Magic
we
back.
did? I can't even
no
remember.
one
It was so
Stuck
stupid.
or something
Stuck.
like that.
Yeah, he's stuck.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're
Yeah, he's Jared Leto should just go back to his roots. He had that sick ass scream.
Yeah.
back in the
Yeah,
day.
on the Kill, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This reminds me of The Kill very much.
Yeah.
And the chorus it does make me laugh a little bit. Like, tell all your friends that the apocalypse is coming.
Yeah.
Like wordly.
Just like that's what these guys do, dude.
Yeah.
Like they make a song that's like, this is my masterpiece, and it's about the end of the world. Like that's just, like think about it. Every time we talk, watch the world burn.
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah.
we had another one on here.
the
I can't
mic
remember what it
stand
was.
throwing guy. Is
yeah,
that
exactly.
Ronnie
Capital
Guy?
F.
Yeah.
Capital F. It's all that
Capital F.
thing. And then the singers of that band, like there's like a article in like Metal Injection, and it's like, this is why he's a genius. And it's like, just because he has a rapper
predicted
in
it
one of his
all.
songs,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I do like the song more than you. Maybe not as much as you, but it's
didn't-
catchy.
I just didn't really.
I like the
have
production.
any
It's so
connection to
heavy.
it.
I do like the part where it drops out and you hear like the beginning of the chorus of just his vocal. But yeah, I just like the idea of telling your friends that the world is ending.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
You tweet the world's ending.
Yeah.
You're gonna be Paul Revere to your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're all fucked.
I mean that's what happens every day. Like people tell us the world's ending every day. Like fucking New York sky was like
Oh, yeah.
burnt
Oh
orange.
yeah, we're fucked.
And we're just like, haha, let's make a TikTok about it. And
Yeah,
it's like,
I
that's
remember-
it.
it
people
looks
like
like
making that-
Mexico.
Yeah, people are just immediately
What?
making fun of it. It's like, that's so
And
funny.
It is gonna be awesome that humanity is going to go down like
I
in
know.
front of their cameras.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
so here's
Check
Satan.
this
and,
out.
I'm in.
It's going to be so good.
We should make
Yeah.
a vow when we see the Big Bang happening that we should all get our phones out and make a little vid.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Content up
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
the fucking
Content
end.
till we
baby.
die. Yeah.
Yeah, we're content
Like and
kings.
subscribe.
People are gonna bank on us to film it because we're content kings.
If we
Yeah.
We're
know,
gonna be like, where's the new episode?
if we
dude?
know
Yeah.
a nuke's gonna drop, we all come down here.
We still got YouTube in hell.
Yeah.
Where's the new episode?
They would play us in hell.
Hell.
Like, we don't have any of the good
We got,
podcasts.
yeah.
We got these three
You
assholes.
gotta watch these guys.
we were
They're
able-
all bald.
We did manage to buy I Quit My Band. Fantano didn't want to sell to the devil, but these fucking guys.
We sold
did.
out easy. They sold out for a Cutlass,
not-
a 73 Cutlass Supreme painted like a Turner's T.
We sold for $900.
That's all we had to
get
give
that
them.
car.
Yeah. Oh,
Hell
God.
will be us chained to these chairs
Oh
forever.
man, I can't wait, dude.
Debating Jack White versus the Black Keys.
Yeah. Jack White's sitting in front of us with a gun, just like.
No,
I
he's
will
on the
shoot you.
throne, dude, with the horns.
That's true. He will be Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on.
Let's go.
There's an Evan pick here.
This is Dial Drunk by Noah Kahan, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
I saw some people writing about this online. They really like this album. That's a great indie record. And I don't think that, but I did like this song. But I do find the subject matter of the song funny.
I do too.
Yeah.
I dialed drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Kind of like Buy Dirt, except it's
Yeah.
now drunk. Yeah.
it has like the instrumentation and sound of a Mumford and Sons
Yeah.
song, but with the lyrics of like a Front Bottoms, like
Yeah.
a very like
Yeah.
confessional, somewhat embarrassing,
Yeah.
kind of emo tinge. But yeah, I love. It's about a guy who's drunk, gets arrested, and puts down his, I'm guessing his ex-girlfriend's number as like the emergency contact.
Yeah.
And I love the, I'll dial drunk, I'll die drunk, I'll
drunk.
die for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and it
That's
sounds like something like,
I'll go
like
get a
just gets mixed
DUI.
up by talking to a hammered person.
Yeah.
Like, I'll dial drunk.
I'll
Did you say
dial.
you die drunk? I'll die for you. And I love,
I think of it as a guy trying
I'll
to
die
just.
for you, man.
I think of it as like a monologue of like a guy trying to justify driving home from the bar really fucked up. I'll die a drunk for you, and he just plows right into a telephone pole or
Yeah.
something.
well, it sounds more of like, so he's,
Babe, I'm fine.
he's calling his ex because he's in jail. Like,
Yeah, he's in jail.
yeah, he's in jail. He's calling his girlfriend, and it's like, I'll die for you. It's like, just sober up. Like, you don't
You don't have to do all that. We just,
yeah,
I don't want to bail you out again.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't drink
Yeah.
12 Bush Lights and fist fight the
Yeah.
Touch Tunes
Yeah.
machine
Yeah.
again at
Just,
McGoobies.
just shape up a little bit.
Yeah,
Maybe
so-
we could talk.
And I do love the idea of using your one phone call to call your ex. Like
Yeah.
you haven't talked to her in a while. It's like,
She just
oh
like,
Sam, how are you doing? No, I'm good. Hey, do you have $1,500? I Tokyo drift my
Yeah.
Celica into the side of an
Yeah.
Arby's.
and she just like,
I'm fucked. And what do you mean no?
what do you mean you have a family now?
Oh, that's
What do
know
you mean it
I'm
was-
actually that's great.
No, I'm fine.
No, I'm
actually.
cool, dude.
Yeah.
The amount of things that Evan can say a specific car thing
I know,
into
the-
a specific
the-
location for a car crash.
My
The
brain
Toyota
is just-
Tercel.
Yeah.
The best.
And the
bit.
Arby's.
My brain is just Mad Libs
Yeah.
for
Cece's Pizza. Just all King's Restaurant. So good.
Yeah, I just like I perceive this as more of a white trash anthem of like husband and wife, spiked hair, Ed Hardy, nice,
Oh, yeah,
Ed
dude.
Hardy shirts
good.
and
Yeah.
affliction, shit on, saying they're singing this to each other like I'll die a drunk for you.
See,
I'll drink a Bud Light for you even.
I like that
maybe.
interpretation, and that's what I
Yeah.
like about music.
Yeah.
Is it offers multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I really felt, I mean, you guys obviously did a pretty deep dive on the lyrics.
I'll vote for Joe for you.
But, yeah, I mean, like, just hearing this song, I just felt like I was transported to my senior year of high school.
Oh boy.
And some girl in, like, a fur vest was like, you need to hear this. It's amazing. And I'm
Almost
like,
Hey Ho
yeah.
by the Lumineers.
Yeah, exactly. I just was like, why does it sound like the Lumineers and Mumford and Sons? And just like, you just see these lyrics getting like tweeted out
Yeah.
with no,
I'll die
explanation.
a drunk for
I'll
you.
die old drunk, and you're just like, aren't you 17 years old? You know what I mean?
I'll manage a McDonald's for you.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I didn't think it was bad.
No, I think it's
I
catchy.
thought it was like
the guy's
a good
got
song.
a good voice.
Yeah,
He can write a pop song.
is he like a TikTok guy? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I was listening to this last night, and Annie was like, "Why are you listening to Noah Kahan?" And I was like, "I don't know who this is."
I don't know.
And she was like, "He's like a TikTok guy."
Oh,
and I
that-
was like,
Oh.
"All right."
That makes sense because
Yeah.
like people, where I saw it was on I think it was our indie head. Somebody had posted it, and I was like, this isn't indie music.
Yeah,
But
this is-
I could see it if you're not into indie music. You hear this, you're like, this is a cool indie band.
Yeah,
And
yeah. This is
it
the new Lumineers. This
Yeah.
is the new Mumford and Sons.
sounds like Edward Sharpe and
Yeah.
Magnetic Zero.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that
there it
band's
is.
so funny.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Woof.
You want to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's one of mine. This is "Dummy" by Portugal the Man, a band that I really never liked at any point. But this song kind of made me realize that they're hit makers, if anything.
Yeah.
Like they made that "Feel It Still" song a couple years ago, and it was huge. And like this one isn't as like annoyingly catchy, where it could be in like a Gap commercial, but
Well, it's
it's
another.
still very catchy.
It's another get on the dance floor.
It's
song.
a get on the.
How many
like,
fucking times do you
Yeah.
gotta tell me to get on the dance
Yeah.
floor? It's like the equivalent of metal guys at telling everybody to
Yeah.
hit each other.
It's so like annoying, like it's so sticky,
So
like
sick
it gets
of it.
gets stuck in your head so easily. It was just like I feel like they just make songs the way that like South Park episode explains that like Family Guy
With the
like
dolphins.
writes bits. Yeah, they just have
porpoises.
like things that will work, and they just put them into like
Dance
a
floor.
machine, and it'll work. You know what I mean?
Dance
like
floor.
it's gonna be a radio hit.
Be together.
I saw
dance.
Portugal the Man at that public lands opening in
Was
like
it good?
Cranberry Township, like where they played in like the parking lot.
Yeah.
Public land, isn't that like a dick?
It's like a Dick's.
Hell yeah.
They had Brittany Howard from
Alabama
Alabama
Shakes.
Alabama Shakes and Portugal the Man.
Damn,
Play.
stacked
And I was
lineup
like,
over-
damn, I'm gonna a free show.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't like Portugal the Man, but I will go to that.
Oh,
And I,
remember
need
it,
some
yeah.
bass lures, so I'll head up there.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who's the marketing guy at Public Lands,
They had a
but
huge budget,
hit
dude.
hit a home run that day,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah, I got a vegan taco. It was
Sick.
terrible. But yeah, I just thought this song. I was just like, damn, they're just on fire with making fucking pop music. You know?
They're a band I've always seen but never listened to. Is
Yeah.
this like typical of their sound?
I think their earlier stuff was like way more like indie rock and like trendy, you know, like Father John type of stuff.
Okay.
I remember like hearing a song of theirs a long time ago called "So American," and I really liked that one. But yeah, I really hated that "Feel It Still" song. That was
Yeah,
like
it's
one of
I
the
don't think
worst
I've ever
songs.
heard it.
Oh, you'd know it.
Yeah.
You would know it if you heard it.
Yeah.
I will say that there's a vocal line that's exactly like "Crazy" from
Yeah.
Gnarls Barkley.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Which
yeah.
line? Now that you say it, it kind of reminds
Whole
me of the
song's
song, the
kind
whole
of that
song.
vibe.
It's like that opening is like "Mama, na, mama, mama, na, 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 na."
Yeah.
Yeah, he does
See, that's what I
that.
mean. The manatee, the idea bulbs.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Steal,
We're gonna take a
steal
little
just
bit.
enough of "Crazy" to not get sued.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got to put that right in there, dude.
Yep.
Genius.
Yeah, the
Genius
duh,
work.
The duh at the beginning kind of lose me. It's
Oh, I
kind
kind
of
of
like
like
that.
that part.
That's
too.
sick.
Goofy
I kind of
for
like
me.
that.
I like this song a lot.
Yeah, I liked it
don't
too.
know.
I was surprised. I was just like, damn, they got me, and there's nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean?
And if I could play in the parking lot of like a Bass Pro
Public
Shop,
place.
that
Yeah.
would be fucking.
The
Yeah.
Bass Pro Shop's pyramids.
Dude, there
are
were
key.
so
Yeah.
many people.
Are you
there.
serious?
It was crazy. I was like, we
Unbelievable.
got to get the fuck out of here. It's gonna get wild.
People are gonna
They're
start
slashing the
throwing-
prices on power bait. They're rushing the doors.
Yeah. Yeah. Portugal the Man, Dummy. Check it out. Let's move on to our last song.
This is this song is called Waile by Witch, and I originally clicked on this song because I thought it was a new release by the band called Witch, which is a doom band that has Jay Mascis on drums
Yeah.
and King Tuff on guitar.
That's what I
it's
thought
not.
it was too.
It's not. In the story behind this song, which I figured out last night in real time as I texted you guys, because it's very old sounding.
Mm-hmm.
The story behind this song is really, really fucking cool, and I'm gonna try not to botch the idea behind it. But Witch stands for "We Intend to Cause Havoc," and it's led by a guy named Emmanuel Jagari Chanda, and it's from Africa. And
Wow.
it's like this guy was like a pioneer of like it's his own African genre because they're based out of Zambia in Africa, and so this is considered Zam rock.
All right.
And I liked it because like there's just fuzzy guitars in it, and that's just what tickled my
Yeah.
ear and stuff. And the chorus is really cool. But this is a new release, even though it sounds really old. For a second last night while I was doing my research, I was like, this might be a reissue or something. No. This is the band's first release in 39 years
Oh,
Really?
because the entire original lineup of the band, besides the Jagari guy, died of the AIDS epidemic in the
What?
80s.
Shit.
Yeah, and then
Damn.
he stopped doing music, and he would spend over 3 decades outside music as a gemstone miner and as a teacher, while his art went largely unheard both in homeland and beyond.
And then he
And
revived
then
it.
he found a bunch of young musicians and revived his band and put out this record.
That's pretty
It's their
cool.
first
That's sick.
What a story.
There's a more comprehensive story on a blog that I read called The Quietus,
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
The
where I got
Quietus.
my information. But I really like this
Yeah.
part. It's really hearkening to some of the psych shit that I hear, put out by the OCs
Yeah.
and There's another band that very much mimics the OCs.
Frankie and the Witch Fingers.
Freaky and the Witch
Yeah,
Fingers.
it
This
kinda-
is very
It reminded
Zam.
me of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's Frankie and the Witch Fingers. Don't they have an album called Zam?
yeah, they
yeah.
do.
Maybe is
Yeah.
that supposed to be?
It
a
might
po-
have been
I
inspired.
had no
by this
idea.
shit. Yeah.
Maybe it is.
I
The
have
more
heard,
you know.
Well, I have heard that like African rock music is very highly regarded. Like certain types of it, I've never really listened to it.
I hadn't
It's like
either.
the first type of like psych rock, maybe.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I mean, this
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Yeah, I
love
liked it a
I love how
lot.
the drums sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very authentically old sounding. It's like maybe the most authentic. Like this, you could tell me this came out in like '65, and I'd believe you or something
Yeah.
like that. Because there's a band called the Monophonics that put out music that's
Uh-huh.
very authentically old sounding. That's also what kind of drew me to this, and also made me skeptical that it was actually a new release. But it
Yeah.
is. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. That's a pretty wild, fucking
Crazy story.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
This song sounds like it could like soundtrack the opening of like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what it makes me think of.
yeah,
Like a guy in like aviators, like smoking a cig, driving around in like a convertible. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly.
Just being a scumbag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be me in that Turner
Yeah.
stage.
yeah,
yeah, the
exactly.
$900 car.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
the movie we'll make. Just like a Tarantino-ish movie. Like all the scenes are like split up, but there's no
Yeah.
way to make it make sense.
It's about me going to the car dealership, him telling me it's $900, not having $900, and then we plan a
Obtaining
heist
Yeah.
to steal
Just
the
to-
$900 car.
Yeah.
And this is the only song in the movie.
It's
Yeah.
a 4-minute long movie.
Yeah.
I back up, get
Yeah.
T-boned.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That's the last song on the playlist.
I didn't
this week.
intend on learning this much about this song.
Yeah, that's
but I
crazy.
went down like a fucking
Yeah.
rabbit hole.
That's the
dude.
first type of journalistic research that anyone's
Oh.
done on this podcast.
Usually it's like, I think it's his first, or maybe...
Yeah, it's just some dude. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
If it was me, I would have been like, "This is Jay Mascis's band."
This is a brand new direction.
that's him
That's
drumming.
what I
Yeah.
100% would have done, just bypassed all of that. Just been like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Jay Mascis and King Tough. Their new shit."
They have,
I
like,
know it
no-
doesn't sound like them, but pretty cool.
They have
Jay
like
Massey's
no
been
fucking.
working on his voice. He sounds really
Sounds
good.
He
really
learned
different.
Swahili somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty neat that he did all this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's his new project.
That's his thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was ready to believe that because I was like, "Oh, Witch, cool," and then it
I
sounded
thought it
nothing
was.
like that.
I thought
Yeah.
it was because I have listened to Witch before. the
Completely
other Witch.
separate Witch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the end of the episode. That was a fun
The
one.
more you know.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a like. Leave a comment. Tell us we're fucking stupid. Tell
please
us
don't
that you
cry.
like us. I hope you go in and listen to some of these songs. Go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and subscribe to the Patreon because now that we have some people, we might have to.
Yeah.
Now we have 2 people.
Two of
We
them.
might have
We
to
actually have
keep
to
making
make
content. Yeah, we
Patreons.
might have to.
I know one of
yeah.
them, and so we have a pass with them.
Right, but
But
the other person,
The stranger.
we might have to
Shout out to
feed
you.
into that a little bit. We
Yeah.
have to come up with some better ideas.
Yeah.
Than just reviewing. Theory
Asshole
of the
by
Dead
Gene
Man.
And
Simmons.
Gene
And
Simmons, album from
yeah.
2004.
Check out the White Stripes Black Keys episode. I thought it was a good episode. It's a shame it's not on our channel.
What happened
Um,
at the end of it, Nate?
You have to find out.
Okay, all right.
You have to go.
That's
find
gonna cost you $5.
That's gonna cost. That's gonna cost. $5 burning a hole
Wait,
in your pocket.
wait. No, you tease like this. You won't believe what happens at
Yeah.
the end of episode 17.
Yeah.
Evan dies.
Evan gets $900.
Yeah. That $5 burning your hole in your pocket, baby.
You want to live Jack White versus Black Stripe?
Versus Black Keys.
But
What was I
whatever
saying
it's
this
called.
past weekend to you? I was cracking myself up saying
don't
something.
remember.
Oh, I was talking about having to take a shit at a Cracker Barrel,
Oh,
and the bathroom was outside, and I was saying that the waitress was. I was making fun of the waitress being
Yeah.
like, "You're gonna have to shit outside, sugar."
That's what happens at the end of
Oh,
episode
sugar!
17.
If you need to shit, you gotta go outside.
Evan shits outside live on the podcast.
Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We should have ended the episode 30 seconds ago.
We're riffing, dude. We're riffing.
Yeah, we're riffing. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.